The bosom of America is open to receive not only the opulent and respectable stranger, but the oppressed and persecuted of all nations and religions, whom we shall welcome to a participation of all our rights and privileges, if by decency and propriety of conduct they appear to merit the enjoyment. Happiness and moral duty are inseparably connected. True friendship is a plant of slow growth, and must undergo and withstand the shocks of adversity before it is entitled to the appellation. My first wish is to see this plague of mankind, war, banished from the earth. My mother was the most beautiful woman I ever saw. All I might owe to my mother. Labor to keep alive in your breast that little spark of celestial fire called conscience. Happiness depends more upon the internal frame of a person's own mind than on the externals in the world. Liberty, when it begins to take root, is a plant of rapid growth. I have always considered marriage as the most interesting event of one's life, the foundation of happiness or misery. To be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. Perseverance and spirit have done wonders in all ages. The marvel of all history is the patience with which men and women submit to burdens unnecessarily laid upon them by their governments. The foolish and wicked practice of profane cursing and swearing is a vice so mean and low that every person of sense and character detests and despises it. Experience teaches us that it is much easier to prevent an enemy from posting themselves than it is to dislodge them after they have got possession. I hope I shall possess firmness and virtue enough to maintain what I consider the most enviable of all titles, the character of an honest man. I have learned to live, as I ever wished to do, in freedom and in quiet. And I am prepared, should it be necessary, to meet death as becomes a man who has nothing in him that he is afraid to look at when it comes. It is better to offer no excuse than a bad one. The willingness with which our young people are likely to serve in any war, no matter how justified, shall be directly proportional to how they perceive the veterans of earlier wars were treated and appreciated by their nation. The basis of our political systems is the right of the people to make and to alter their constitutions of government. To be prepared for war is one of the most effective means of preserving peace. Truth will ultimately prevail where there is pains to bring it to light. It is better to be alone than in bad company. I had rather be on my farm than be emperor of the world. The Constitution is the guide which I will never abandon.